Hello, friends. Welcome to part 3 of Oblivion with the Therapist. So glad you're here with us as we move to deliver the amulet to Sir Martin, who's about to have his whole world turned upside down. Leave a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Follow the links. Blah, blah, blah. I ask you to do it every video. If you haven't done it at this point, you're just being defiant. Be cool. Support me. Click those things. All right. Appreciate you very much for being here. Get into it.
Come on, run while there's still time. The guard still holds the road, but it's only a matter of time before they're overwhelmed.
Okay, what are we running from?
God's blood. You don't know, do you? Daedra overran Kvatch last night. There were glowing portals outside the walls, gates to Oblivion itself. There was a huge creature, something out of a nightmare, came right over the walls, blasting fire that swarmed around it, killing.
Jesus. That sounds terrifying. The whole city couldn't possibly be destroyed by that, though, could it? Or was it, like, how crazy was it?
Go and see for yourself. Kvatch is a smoking ruin. We're all that's left. Do you understand me? Everyone else is dead.
Jeez. Okay. So there's really no point in me telling him to calm down. Other than, like, you know, just give me the information you've got. He's coherent enough to tell me that some crazy shit's going down. And so really my goal through this interaction is to just listen to what he has to say and then go explore for myself. There's really no utility to me freaking out unless I decide, okay, well, never mind, I'm not going to go that direction. But some people might feel some sense of like, all right, hey man, calm down. Like there's no reason to say that to him. Like, all right, give me the information I need to know. So, how did you manage to escape?
It was Savlian Matius. Some of the other guards helped some of us escape. They cut their way out, right through the city gates. Savlian says they can hold the road. No, I don't believe him. Nothing can stop them. If you'd seen it, you'd know. I'm getting out of here before it's too late. They'll be here any minute, I'm telling you. Run when you can.
Usurper burned Kvatch.
I don't blame him. These people seem remarkably calm.
I don't know.
I'm just lucky
What
to be
could we
alive.
have done?
What do you want?
Are you... So that guy was just yelling at me about some portals opening up and stuff. Do you guys, like, not know anything about that? Like, what's going on over here in Kvatch?
Late at night, while we were all asleep, the door to Oblivion opened. Daedra came out and set fire to the town. Many people died, but some got out alive.
Oh, so... okay, so this is just some camp. This is not Kvatch. Dude's remarkably calm about it. Any chance you know where Martin is?
If you mean the priest, I don't think he made it out of the city. Very few of us did. But Savlian Matius might know more. He's in charge of the city guard that are defending the camp.
Do you know where he is?
You'll find him at the barricade at the top of the road. He's still trying to hold what's left of the guard together.
All right, thanks, man.
Take care.
I'm just lucky to be alive. I don't have much. I lost everything. I don't like to talk about it. I don't remember much. I woke to screaming and fire. I ran. I was lucky. I survived. My friends weren't so lucky.
Okay. So... this sounds like it was probably a pretty traumatic event for everybody, understandably so. You watch some friends die, you narrowly escape yourself. This, when people escape or overcome something traumatic and others don't, particularly people that they're close to, there's a complicated experience that can follow. Not necessarily, it doesn't have to happen for everyone, but it can be a pretty common one for folks, and that's something that's generally you'll hear it as survivor's guilt. I'm not a huge fan of that term, but it's good enough. But essentially the idea is that people will craft a narrative around their survival that is either built around some level of why me? Why did I get to survive when others didn't? It will sometimes call into question a sense of worth. Am I somebody who deserved to be alive when others are not? What does it mean that I survive? I mean, all of these things like meaning, and it's all construction. And sometimes people will get really up in their heads and almost like down on themselves about the fact that they survived when others didn't, and they'll think that they somehow shouldn't have. Or they'll be angry that they're alive to have to grieve the loss of the people who didn't make it. I mean, it's a really complicated thing. And the part that I really want to emphasize about this dynamic, if it's something that you find yourself engaging, is that survivor's guilt is something you create. It's not something that happens to you. The emotion of sadness, disappointment, fear, anxiety, all of that stuff that comes along with having survived a trauma, that you can't control. But you can control the narrative you craft around it. And so instead of a guilt narrative, it's usually better to engage like things that you can control, process it as close to what the event was as it was, not ascribing a bunch of meaning that doesn't make a lot of sense here, like the idea that somehow you're more important than, like, that stuff is not useful. So there was a trauma that happened. I happened to be in the right place at the right time to be subjected to whatever survival process assisted me in getting out of it. I am grateful for that, or I am experiencing a lot of complicated feelings around it, and I am going to work with my immediate environment to influence as best I can with the fact that I survived. I will remember the people who were lost. I will grieve what that is, but I'm not going to ascribe some of this self-worth laden meaning to some kind of existential idea that I wasn't supposed to survive that when others were, and all that kind of stuff. It just muddies the water on what's already going to be a complicated grief process.
I'm through talking to you.
So, I'm not saying that's necessarily what this orc is experiencing, but it's worth talking about right now because all of these people are people who apparently survived this portal opening.
You picked a bad time to visit Kvatch.
Apparently. What happened with you? Like, where were you when all this went down?
Go look for yourself. The town is gone, and most of its people. The Daedra came out of the gate in the middle of the night. People who fought died. People who ran, they at least had a chance.
That can be complicated too, because people ascribe different levels of meaning to different responses. Or like maybe fighting was the more noble response, the more strong response, that running away is weak. Yet if you ran away, you did the weak thing, the cowardly thing, and survived. Like, running away is not actually cowardly. People decide that it's cowardly. So this is where, like, language and meaning is incredibly important in terms of how people process these things.
Good day.
Welcome to Kvatch. We've had a spot of trouble, as you can see, but I'm open for business.
Okay. Not really interested in trading right now.
Good day.
I am gonna maybe...
I just
Take a little nap real quick before only 6:47 p.m. Oh shit, so it's dark because the gates of hell are open instead of because it's sundown? Who's this guy?
Hope is gone. The Imperial line is dead. The Covenant is broken. The enemy has won.
The Covenant?
The Imperial line is dead. And the gods have forsaken us. Where is our blessing? Where is our protection? Where are our gods? The enemy triumphs, and we die alone.
Oh. Yeah, nothing quite like a trauma to throw people into a faith crisis, or a crisis of faith, as it is usually called. The question of, like, where are the gods that we spend all of our lives praying to and caring about and ritualizing and adoring and all this stuff? Like, why isn't God showing up for us right now? That's a real question that people of faith will ask when certain things happen to them that do not align with their general expectations of what being a faith-driven person is. A lot of religious doctrines have answers to that are quite cryptic and vague, because you can't really speak on behalf of God. So people will say things like, this is a test of faith. This is happening for a reason. Maybe God's trying to tell us something. Maybe the inaction of the gods is a punishment. People will often get so locked into their spirituality or religiosity that they're unwilling to use conflicting information like this to challenge their spirituality itself. I'm not saying that people should. I'm just saying that it's often not as common for people to go in that direction. More often than not, people will try to assimilate information like this into their existing schema of the world being governed by gods, or by God, or whomever it is that you pray to. And the crisis of faith around that can be actually quite distressing to folks, because the idea of challenging your faith itself often means challenging the very nature of your existence that you've come to construct over your life, and that's a big ask, particularly as you get older and if you've cost-sunk yourself into it. So this can lead people to have some real existential dread, to look for answers. Sometimes people can actually sink themselves further into their religiosity because the idea of going the other direction is really painful. Just a very complicated thing to deal with. But this is the type of thing, the more real world example of this type of thing would be like, I'm a faithful, devout Christian and my child has leukemia. Why would God do that? And it challenges the very nature of what you believe God to be. And so then sometimes people will look to their faith for answers and get those cryptic platitudes that I talked about, or they might make their own sense of it, or sometimes it will challenge people enough that they change their actual faith structure in their mind, but it's not an easy thing to go through. Who is the enemy you speak of?
Lord Dagon is the enemy. He is the Prince of Destruction, and the Daedra are his servants. The chapel is cast down, and the faithful, my friends, all dead. The enemy has won, and we are destroyed.
I'm through talking to you.
Just because he's catastrophizing doesn't mean I have to engage the catastrophizing. Sometimes people will go to extremes like catastrophizing because it's easier than looking at the nuance of the situation, and that's okay. I'm not here to rake the coals of his psychology right now while he's experiencing the same trauma that all these other folks are experiencing. We got like red lightning and stuff. This is nuts. Gold Coast ain't so golden right now. Oh, what's up, fellas? We going into battle together? Hell yeah. Whoa.
Stand back, civilian. This is no place for you. Get back to the encampment at once.
What happened here?
We lost the damn city. That's what happened! It was too much. Too fast. We were overwhelmed. Couldn't even get everyone out. There are still people trapped in there. Some made it to the chapel, but others were just run down in the streets. The Count and his men are still holed up in the castle. And now we can't even get back into the city to help them. With that damned Oblivion gate blocking the way.
Okay. So I'm pretty adept at fighting. I'd like to help if I can. What are your next moves?
The only thing we can do. We'll try to hold our ground, that's what. If we can't hold this barricade, those beasts could march right down and overrun the encampment. I have to try and protect the few civilians that are left. It's all I can do now.
Okay. I would like to help. How can I do that?
You want to help? You're kidding, right?
No.
If you're serious, maybe I can put you to use. It'll likely mean your death, though. Are you sure?
I am sure. Yes. What can I do?
I don't know how to close this gate, but it must be possible, because the enemy closed the ones they opened during the initial attack. You can see the marks on the ground where they were, with the great gate right in the middle. I sent men into the gate to see if they could find a way to shut it. They haven't come back. If you can get in there, find out what happened to them. If they're alive, help them finish the job. If not, see what you can do on your own. The best I can say is good luck. If you make it back alive, we'll be waiting for you.
All right. I'll make it happen, man. At least I hope so. Can you tell me anything that I need to know about the Oblivion Gate itself? I've never run into one before.
Some kind of portal to Oblivion. The enemy used them to attack the city. They appeared outside the walls, and Daedra poured out. They've opened one right in front of the city gates. Until that gate is closed, the best I can do is try to hold these barricades.
Fair enough. Very nice of the demons to let us have this conversation. Were you in Kvatch when everything went down?
My home! My goddamn home in flames! It kills me that I can't get in there and do something! We couldn't have been any less prepared for this. Seems like they came out of nowhere. There were just so many of them. If only I had a way to strike back at the enemy. But we can't leave the barricade until that Oblivion gate is closed.
Okay, so this is another trap that people fall into sometimes when things that happen outside of their expected purview happen. Which is, you'll hear people say things like, we should have been more prepared. That may be true. That may be true, and you're learning now in hindsight that that's true. However, it is also too important to recognize the reality of the situation, which is that you will never be fully prepared for every single possible thing that could happen. That's actually why surprise attacks are so useful, because it's a surprise. It falls outside the expectations of the people that you are attacking. So, if you get too far into this self-loathing around not being prepared enough for something that you really had no business preparing for, you're just beating yourself up while you're down. And in the context of trauma, this is where people get tripped up big time. One of the things that actually can make trauma harder to recover from over time is that people will keep trying to jam their mind into pre-trauma schema. When trauma happens for people, it's when you have an experience that's an extreme violation of expectation with an added lost sense of safety and security. So, and lost sense of control as well. So what happens is now these people have been forced into a reality where they have to consider the fact that a portal to Oblivion can open up anywhere and they can be attacked by demons. That is an expectation that likely did not exist for them prior to this happening. So now, what does that mean? Does it mean, for some, it means that they have to now live with that reality, that they have to accommodate by changing their expectations of the world around them. Where, I guess an Oblivion portal could open up. Now, you have to be careful with that, because trauma will take you into an extreme direction that says something like, a portal will open up no matter where I am. And if you personalize that and take too much accountability for it, it can also perpetuate trauma. But you will also have some folks who try to force back this idea that this couldn't happen. It's essentially a hindsight denial. And when people try to live with pre-trauma expectations post-trauma, it can get pretty rough because you're not accommodating that type of thing being a possibility. None of us can account for the infinite number of possibilities of things that can happen to us at any given moment. It's impossible. And you do your best to be prepared for some things, but you are always subject to the potential of a surprise event that you weren't anticipating. And that's a hard reality for some folks to live in. It's a reality that some folks get forced into. But there's a lot of complicated work that you have to do post-trauma around these things, because otherwise you start to personalize it. You start to see the only means of control over it being controlling yourself, controlling your narrative, making it about you, making it about things you could have done and should have done. Things that if I sent you back 10 times out of 10, you wouldn't have done them because you didn't have the information you needed at the time to do them. And that's where you also can use traumatic events as a means to learn about what's possible and create certain preventative measures going forward. It's sort of like how when you have weird safety rules at a job place or something, there's a good chance that the rule exists because at some point somebody was subjected to something not so great and we had to create a rule around it in order to prevent it from happening again. That's just kind of the developmental trajectory of the human experience. So, a lot of complicated things are going to go on for these folks. Any chance you might know about a guy named Martin that lives in there, in the town?
You mean the priest? Last I saw him, he was leading a group towards the chapel of Kvatch. If he's lucky, he's trapped in there with the rest of them, at least safe for the moment. If he's not...
Okay. Well, I'll go in, see what's up.
It's a brave thing you're doing.
Appreciate your trust in me, sir. Oh, these guys carry gold? Nice. Dude, look at that portal. That is some imposing shit right there. Once more into the breach, my friends. All right, Ryan. Mick. You're one with the Force, and the Force is with you. We're gonna go in there. We don't know what to expect. We're gonna control what we can control. We're gonna react to what comes our way. We're gonna stay focused. We can execute our plan while anxious. Oh, whoa. Always goblins. Scamps, I guess. Oops.
Thank the Nine. I never thought I'd see another friendly face. The others... They were taken to the tower.
Okay. Good to see a friendly face here as well. I'm glad to see you. What's going on? Like, what's been happening since I obviously just got here?
Captain Matius sent us in to try and close the gate. We were ambushed, trapped, and picked off. I managed to escape, but the others are strewn across the bridge. They took Minion off to the big tower. You've got to save him. I'm getting out of here.
Fair enough. Captain Matius definitely needs your help, so If you feel like you've done everything you need to do, go for it, man.
The captain is still holding the barricade. I figured I was the last one left alive. All right. I'll try to get out of here and let the captain know what's going on.
Sounds good, man. Good luck. Alright. It's fire and brimstone, huh? That nasty place. Very orky. Sounds like a nasty place to live. But, hey. You do you. Great. Look at all this. Man. What the hell? Oh, you dick. Wonder what the purpose of that is. Ward off anybody else that wants to come in here and make something happen? Whoa! Holy shit. Falling rocks. I remember my training at Choco Choco Mountain in Mario Kart 64 with falling rocks. So I'll be okay. What is this? Fleshy pod? Burdening touch tome. Spittle stick. Give me those spittle sticks. Blood grass. Might as well take some of the flora here. Whoa! Whoa! Dick? Even the trees are hostile. Oh my god. This is just a nasty place. This is a real nasty place. But, you know, well, no, they invaded us. This seems like fair play. I was gonna say, I'm in their turf, but they showed up to kill us. Unless they showed up and said, hey, we want to talk, and people weren't willing to talk. But, oh, there he is. What you doing up there? What you doing up there, little guy? Hey, I can actually Skyrim climb in Oblivion. I'm on fire. It'll pass. Seems like there's a lot of goodies. I guess these tomes are kind of nice, although I don't really do much with the things that are in the tomes. And that's still hidden. Right. Oh, wait, look at that. Oh, wait, that's where we came in. Okay. Who the hell are you? Remora Scout. Adra Heart. I like that dude was like squaring up. A lot of tomes to check out after this. I really do like the aesthetic of this is awesome. Whoa. Tower portal to the Blood Feast. Sounds lovely. Magica essence active. What's up, dude? It's hot in here. Maybe why you've taken off all your clothes. Holy shit. Alright, here we go. Door to the Rending Halls. What's up, man? Whoa! Blood fountain. Over here just touching everything. Some demonic nasty shit, and I'm just like, yeah, man. Gotta dip my hands in it. Citadel Hall door. Ooh. Corridors of Dark Salvation. Hall key needs, or hall door needs a key. Door to the plane of Oblivion. Oof. Alright. We need a key. Who might have that key? Guess we go outside and find out. Whoa. Dang. Look at that. God, how hot do you think it is in here? Door to the Reaper's Sprawl.
Over here! Quickly!
Okay.
Over here! Quickly!
Where are you? Up or down? You're not one of those. Chosen one! I'm coming. Chosen one! I'm coming. Wait a minute. What the hell? I don't feel comfortable dropping down there. Let's go. What? What happened to my torches? Alright, whatever.
Over here! Quickly!
You should not be here, mortal. Your blood is forfeit. Your flesh is mine.
In the cage! Over here!
Is it? Seems like your mace is mine. Little trophy.
In the cage! Over here!
Oh, what's up, man? Menian Goneld.
Quickly! Quickly, there's no time. You must get to the top of the large tower. The sigil keep, they call it. That's what keeps the Oblivion gate open. Find the sigil stone, remove it, and the gate will close. Hurry! The keeper has the key. You must get the key.
Understood. Thank you
Take
for the
key,
info.
Get to the sigil keep and find the sigil stone. It's the only way. Don't worry about me. There is no time. Get moving.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Are you sure you don't want me to get you out of here? This. Can't activate the brood cage. I'm sorry, man. All right, I'm leaving. Godspeed, brother. Right. Ooh, what's up, dude? Block. I'm interested to see if I can. Okay. I'm interested to see if I can open that other door. Or if this is just another way to go to the same place, which I'm guessing it probably is. I got another dude to bonk. Bloodfeast. The Punished. I just get gold if I go there. I gotta go the other direction. Get forward momentum on our quest. Not a fun place to hang out. Hopefully I've done a sufficient job holding off the demons from going outside the portal. I even knew it was going to do that. People just did that. What we got over here? You gotta explore everything. Yeah, see? Let's go over here. The Meat Harbor. Ooh. This is the old Meat Harbor, huh? Fried meat. With pewter forks. To aid in consumption of the meat. Badly damaged corpse masher. The lift appears to be too damaged for any further use. Oh, jeez. It's so dark in here. Oh my God. Ascension call. See what happens when I pull the lever, Kronk. Lift appears to be too damaged for any further use. Interesting. Alright. Well. Guess we'll never know. Top of the keep. Ooh, I knew that would... Whoa, buddy. Let's go ahead and pop one of these. Nothing quite like a little wall spear to the ribs. Up, up, up. What's up, man? Ruined portal to the Blood Feast. Lighting so good. Sure. We got a door there. See what else we got going on over here. Door over here. Door to Sigilum Sanguis. I want to go in the other door. Maybe. We just keep ascending. Oh shit. Silver nugget. Oh wow, these soul gems are worth a lot of money. I probably should have been keeping them. Sigil stone. Oh shit. Breaking the siege of Kvatch. I've closed the gate by taking the sigil stone that anchors it within Oblivion. I should tell Savlian and Matius that the way into Kvatch is now open. You are over encumbered. Of course I am. Alright, what's encumbering me most? Daedra heart? I don't know. The mutton? Not necessary. Unless I eat it, I guess. Oof. Well. What's up, fellas? It's your boy. I got the job done.
It's the smell, really. Smoke and fire, and something worse. In the ruins. If we make it through this alive, I'll be amazed.
You closed the gate. I knew you could do it. This is our chance to launch a counterattack. I need you to come with us. You've got far more combat experience than these men. Are you able to join us now? I can wait, but not for long. We've got to move quickly before they have a chance to barricade the city gate.
Yeah, let's do it.
For Kvatch!
About to get crazy in here.
Come on!
I've entered the ruined city of Kvatch with Savlian and Matius and his men. We must clear the southern plaza before the survivors of the chapel can be rescued.
For Kvatch!
Alright. The hell? And Fury. I've helped Savlian and Matius and his men retake the southern plaza. I should talk to them about our next move. Oh, isn't so bad. Jeez, that's all? That's the only people that were in here? Fellas, that could have been a lot scarier. That's fine.
We wiped the bastards out. It's safe to pull those people out of the chapel. Let's get in there and make sure they're all right. Come on. This is only the beginning of the battle for Kvatch. We can discuss the next phase once the civilians are safe.
Fair enough, boss. Go, take me in there. Toward the chapel of Akatosh.
Report, soldier.
Sir, we're all that's left. Barrack Inian, myself, and these civilians.
That's it? There's no one else?
There were others, sir, but they refused to stay put. We tried to convince them it was dangerous, but they left anyway. I guess they didn't make it.
Very well. Well, the area outside the chapel has been cleared, and these people need to be taken.
But sir, I want to help fight.
You will, soldier. Once they're secure, get back here immediately. We'll need every available blade, and there'll be plenty of fighting to go around.
Sir, yes, sir. Civilians, it's time to move out. Let's go.
Dude, that burgundy linen shirt is way too available.
I'm sorry. I don't think I'm going to be much
Wait,
help.
Brother Martin. It's fine.
Take care.
I want to talk to Brother
I
Martin.
heard about how you helped the guard drive the Daedra back. Well done.
Thank you. Oh, this is probably not the time. Hey man, I know shit's crazy right now, but we need to talk. Come with me. You're endangered. Yeah, no shit. All right, buddy. Oh, I probably shouldn't have talked to him yet. Oh man. You probably aren't going to believe this, but the Emperor told me to find you.
The Emperor is dead. Who are you? What do you really want with me?
You are Martin, right? Like you're the. I want to make sure first, before I give you the whole story. Your name is Martin, and you are a priest, correct?
Yes, I'm a priest. Do you need a priest? I don't think I'll be much help to you. I'm having trouble understanding the gods right now. If all this is part of a divine plan, I'm not sure I want to have anything to do with it.
That's understandable. However, whether the gods are something that you want to have involved in all of this or not, you know, there will be time for that. But regardless, the Sanctum needs your help.
If you came to me for help, you're more of a fool than you look. Look around. What good is a priest?
This is not the time. I shouldn't have said anything to him. Oh, God. I wouldn't have even known it was him if it didn't tell me the label. Oh, God, I got so hasty and excited. Everything I prepared on my hike. Oh, God. So, look, I realize you have no reason to believe me. But I can tell you how I've come to this conclusion if you'd like. And I realize this might be a lot to take in. But you are Uriel Septim's son.
Emperor Uriel Septim? You think the Emperor is my father? No, you must have the wrong man. I am a priest of Akatosh. My father was a farmer.
The Emperor knew that you were in danger, which is actually why I'm here. I was given an amulet. I was actually there when he died. He gave me an amulet, which I went to take to Joffrey, who I think you're familiar with. And Joffrey sent me to you, and I sensed that the Emperor knew that you were in danger, which is why that portal was open. I realize there's a lot of information, but that's why I'm here.
You spoke to the Emperor before he died? And he told you to find me?
He did.
I don't know. It's strange. I think you might actually be telling the truth. What does this mean? What do you want from me?
So, there's a lot to explain. Now is probably not the best time for me to do that unless you really want me to. It'll help you build trust with me. But right now, what we need to do is get you to Weynon Priory.
You destroyed the Oblivion Gate, they say. You gave them hope. You helped them drive the Daedra back. Yes. I'll come with you to Weynon Priory and hear what Joffrey has to say. Lead on.
Cool. Now this is a little awkward because I don't really want you to follow me yet. I gotta deal with some other stuff here. This is all very complicated, my guy.
We've done it. I can't believe it. I didn't really think this would work. Maybe we do have a fighting chance. Oh yes, we're not done, not even close. This was only the first step. If this town is to be ours again, we'll need to get inside the castle. You've come this far with us. Will you go further? If we're truly going to succeed, I'll need much more of your help. I warn you though, what we've seen so far is nothing compared to the battle that likely awaits us. Take a few moments to catch your breath and think it over. When you're ready, let me know and we'll get underway.
All right, Brother Martin, I'm gonna need you to hang out here for a second. I'm gonna try to help out this town.
Are you ready to go? We need your help getting to the castle, but we need to move soon.
Really hope I didn't screw this up. If I screwed this up, I'm gonna make a save.
How many times?
Because I am afraid I screwed this up by talking to him while he was walking out of here. And if he follows me into this and somehow dies or something, it's gonna be messed up, so.
Are you ready to go? We need your help getting to
I
the
normally
castle,
wouldn't
but
do
we
this type
need
of
to
thing,
move
but
soon.
these types of things can get a little janky sometimes in Bethesda games, so we're gonna be safe. Let's do it.
I knew you'd be up to it. Our goal is the castle gate. We should be able to use this door to get out to the plaza in front of the castle gatehouse. You know the drill. Stick close and keep your eyes open. Let's move out!
Eyes up, Guardian. Oh god. Oh god. Brother Martin is gonna follow me, isn't he? Oh boy.
How could the Nine let this happen? Are they angry with us?
Hero, I'm gonna need you to not sit right in front of my monitor, please. Come here. Do you think preparing extensively for advance for the combo with Martin made it more awkward in the end? I don't know that it made it more awkward, but it just goes to show that no amount of preparation is going to matter. Or, I mean, it matters to some extent, but you can never fully anticipate the context that something like that's going to happen in. You know, like, I can think I know what I'm going to say, and then the context completely dictates a different way of going about it. So, I mean, it's a lesson to anyone that, like, you can do some level of preparation, but you will never be fully prepared. And so if your anxiety sits in this idea that you have to have every single I dotted and T crossed, you're going to drive yourself nuts. That's just not how it works. And now he's following me into battle. This is going to be nuts.
I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you.
This guy made this out to be like some giant epic battle and like weak sauce. Cool statue. Alright, where are we going?
You're damn it! This is no good. The gates are locked, and the only way to open them is from within the gatehouse.
Alright, where's the castle gate at?
We can't open that gate from out here. The only mechanism for raising it is inside the gatehouse. And the only way to get into the gatehouse now would be through the passage at the North Guardhouse, but that's always kept locked. Hurry and find Barrich Inian. He should be back in the chapel, and should still have the key to the guardhouse.
Okay.
Once you've got it, get to the guardhouse, find the passage, and open that gate. Then we can get inside the castle and secure it.
Pathetic!
Okie dokie. I guess I just run around with a good chicken with its head cut off, doing all sorts of fetchy stuff.
We saw the smoke from the Gold Road while out on patrol. How can we help?
Oh, damn. Give me your armor. Follow me. I gotta get a key, but then follow me out into the courtyard.
We'll be right behind you.
Awesome.
Lucky to be alive.
And protect this guy. See this guy? See this guy? This is Brother Martin. I need you to protect him at all costs.
I'm just waiting for Captain Matius to give the order. Finally, a chance to fight back.
So, if you really want to help out, I'm gonna need the guardhouse key. He sent me back here to get it from you.
Yes, I have it. Why?
So, I needed to get into the castle. Savlian told me to, like I just told you, Savlian told me to come in here and get it from you. I don't have a lot of time to explain beyond that.
You do the guard one little favor and suddenly you think you're Matius's best friend.
Oh, God.
You probably couldn't find it on your own. I'm coming with you. If we make it, I'll open the door for you. I've still got some fight left in me!
You're so important. I'm so glad that you're so important. You're right, I would have never found this door.
Here! You're pathetic. I fought mud crabs more fearsome than you. You'll never take me down!
Oh shit, no!
Yeah! Show me what you've got.
I didn't want to do that.
Why won't you?
I thought I could hold the button for as long as I could. I'm not doing that. Normally I'd say the run is the run, but that's kind of a stupid area to call that. I did say I wanted his armor, it's true. That I did say.
What's the matter? Getting tired? Die!
Alright. Watchtower. Or guard tower. If I was a guard tower, where would I be? Probably be over here.
I'm just warming up, you pathetic worm!
Barricade? Oh, appears that guy was correct. Apparently I would get lost and not know where to go. His petty ass didn't even come out from the basement.
Come on! We've got to keep moving!
Yeah, we all did keep moving, and then your ass... Oh my god. You are really something, buddy. Get all insecure about the fact that your leader thinks I'm cool and... Yeah, whole area is cleaned out for you, bud. Take me there, O ye Magellan. Wow, that was tough. Tough stuff finding this place. Real tough stuff. Never could have managed it without you, man.
This is it. The entrance to the passage is right here. I'll unlock it for you.
Oh, dude.
Best of luck.
Man, your skill at unlocking things is amazing. Yeah, put that key in the keyhole. Do it. I want to see it. See you do it. I want to see that silky smooth dexterity. I found the tunnel entrance to Kvatch. I need to follow it to the gatehouse so I can raise the gates and let the guards into the castle courtyard. Yes, indeed. Let's go. This is epic shit. This is so excellent. I've raised the gates into Castle Kvatch. I must now help Savlian and his men defeat the monsters within. Oh, they're inner demons? Oh, shit.
Someone's been murdered! Don't do such a thing. Murder!
Are you kidding me? If you all start coming at me because I was whacking imps and accidentally hit one of you in the elbow. Oh, Brother Martin. Yo.
Lead the way. I'm right behind you.
Alright, put your bow down then.
Charge the courtyard! Leave none of them standing!
You got it, boss. I don't think any of them are standing. Door to the Great Hall. Let's go. Deploy all units. Hey guys, look at me. Look at me. I'm the king. Look at me. Yeah, that's me. I'm the king. He's the king, technically. Yo, Martin. I warmed the seat for you. Have a look at that. See how that feels for you. Try it on for size. You can be sitting there for a long time, bud. Hey, a book. Galerion the Mystic. Galerion the Mystic by Asgrim Kolsgreg. During the early bloody years of the Second Era, Vanus Galerion was born under the name Treches, a serf on the estate of a minor nobleman, Lord Gyrnas of Solich and Kerr. Treches' father and mother were common laborers, but his father had secretly, against the law of Lord Gyrnas, taught himself and then Treches to read. Lord Gyrnas had been advised that literate serfs were an abomination of nature and dangerous to themselves and their lords, and had closed all bookstalls within Solich on Kerr. All booksellers, poets, and teachers were forbidden except within Gyrnas's keep. One of the best ways you can control the populace is to ensure that they're uneducated. Nevertheless, a small-scale smuggling operation kept a number of books and scrolls in circulation right under Gyrnas's shadow. When Treacherous was 8, the smugglers were found and imprisoned. Some said that Treacherous's mother, an ignorant and religious woman fearful of her husband, was the betrayer of the smugglers. But there were other rumors as well. The trial of the smugglers was non-existent and the punishment swift. The body of Treacherous's father was kept hanging for weeks during the hottest summer Solachan Kur had seen in centuries. 3 months later, Treacherous ran away from Lord Gurnass's estate. He made it as far as Alinor, halfway across Somerset Isle. A band of troubadours found him nearly dead, curled up in a ditch by the side of the road. They nursed him to health and employed him as an errand boy in return for food and shelter. One of the troubadours, a soothsayer named Hellion, began testing Treacherous's mind and found the boy, though shy, to be preternaturally intelligent and sophisticated given his circumstances. Hellion recognized in the boy a commonality, for Hellion had been trained on the Isle of Artaeum as a mystic. When the troupe was performing in the village of Patanza, God, dude, there's so many words when I read these that like I've never seen before, and it just like throws off your flow. When the troupe was performing in the village of Patanza on the far eastern end of Somerset, Hellion took Treacherous, then a boy of 11, to the Isle of Artaeum. The magister of the isle, Lachesis, recognized potential in Treacherous and took him on as a pupil, giving him the name of Vanus Galarian. Vanus trained his mind on the Isle of Artaeum as well as his body. Thus was the first Archmagister of the Mages Guild trained. From the Sygics of the Isle of Artaeum he received his training. From his childhood of wanton injustice he received his philosophy of sharing knowledge. Oh, look at all these books. This is oh my god. Boys, I know this is a dire situation, but we've got a lot of reading to do. 81 pages? No way. Oh, buddy. Okay, we're gonna take all of these. Dick. Oh my goodness. Oh god. Oh god. My cat literally just tapped me on the shoulder. I thought it was like Allie or something. That just scared the shit out of me, buddy. Oh my god. This is the mother load. I'm just literally standing in fire to collect these books. Hit them all? Oh, damn. I can't believe one of those books is 81 pages. That's gonna be nuts. Chainmail boots. And a chainmail helmet. Oh, baby. Oh, chainmail boots not as good as iron boots. My iron boots don't have a lot of life left in them. Not very heavy. Chainmail helmet. You know what? Right now, seems like a decent thing to wear. Door to the sleeping quarters. Are you sleeping here? Okay, I'm gonna take just a quick 1 hour nap, boys. The air grows chill and a shadow approaches. Here we go. You realize you're catching on to the secret of success. It's just a matter of concentration. All right, what we got? We got personality, or endurance, luck.
You sleep rather soundly for a murderer. That's good. You'll need a clear conscience for what I'm about to propose. You prefer silence, then? As do I, my dear child, as do I. For is silence not the symphony of death, the orchestration of Sithis himself? Ironic, then, that I come to you now as speaker for the Dark Brotherhood. My name is Lucian the Chance, and my voice is the will of the Night Mother. She's been watching you, observing as you kill, admiring as you end life without pity or remorse. The Night Mother is most pleased. That is why I stand here before you. I bear an offering, an opportunity to join our rather unique family. So, I have your rapt attention. Splendid. Now listen closely. On the green road to the north of Breville lies the Inn of Ill Omen. There you will find a man named Rufio. Kill him, and your initiation into the Dark Brotherhood will be complete. Do this, and the next time you sleep in a location I deem secure, I will reveal myself once more, bearing the love of your new family. Please, accept this token from the Dark Brotherhood. It is a virgin blade and thirst for blood. May it serve you well, as does your silence. Now I bid you farewell. I do hope we'll meet again soon. Your path is clear. Send Rufio to his death, and the Dark Brotherhood will embrace you as family.
I don't know that I'm interested in that. By the way, all my dialogue options were to stay silent, so I did. Is it because I accidentally murdered some dude while I was killing goblins, I guess? You guys see that guy? Is that just me tripping? I just wanted to level up. I didn't want to... No, I was going to have to talk to that guy. Dude does work quick. Guy doesn't mess around at all. He's like, oh, you accidentally killed a soldier of the Imperium? Why don't you have a nap? Go to the dining. I love how he's like, a place I deem to be secure. That seems like the least secure place that I've taken a nap in the entire game. And that's when he shows up. Alright, let's get out of here, boys. Thanks for waiting patiently, scamp. I found the body of Count Goldwine. I should deliver his signet ring to Savlian Matius. Oh, man. Check out his black and burgundy outfit. Green silk garment. Want one. Green velvet shoes. Why not? You know, I might have to have a nice casual sporting look. I love how he's dead and I still can't sleep in his bed. Not allowed. Alright. Well, what a shame. Where the hell is our boy?
Where is the Count? Why is he not with you?
Seems the Count has been zeroed out. Sunglasses on. Sorry, man. He unfortunately didn't.
We were too late. If only we'd gotten here sooner. This is indeed a dark day for all of us left. But I thank you for risking your own life to help us.
Of course.
Did you find the Count's ring by any chance?
I did. It was on his... The only option I have is to say no, but I thought I did find it. No.
Secure it at once. It's the only thing we have left.
Thought I grabbed it. Damn it. Again, little errand boy. So busy getting that joke fired up. Oh. All right, come on. He just chopped his hand off and brought the whole hand. Of course, that'd be the orcish thing to do. Here, you pry it off his fingers. I don't want to do it. Yeah, I would say the fire in his room is probably keeping him to a nice medium well. I don't think he's quite rare yet. All right.
Do you have the Count's ring?
Yeah, I got it. It's right here.
At least this is safe. Thank you. I shall make sure it is protected for the time when a new Count is crowned. Here, take this. I have no use for it. I'm tired of fighting. It may serve you well in days to come.
Is it your sword and shield? Oh my god, he actually gave me his armor. Dude literally just stripped his armor off in front of me and said, here you go, bud. Wow, thanks, dude.
Good day.
Good day to you, too. Glad we happen to be the same size. Even though it's not as nice as what I'm currently wearing, it is very badass. I like the wolf a lot. But can I would prefer to have your, like, sword and shield. Can I have that? Can I have it? Or should I rock the Count's outfit? Look at that! Oh, there we go. Boy, that's something. With my gold trim shoes. Okay, that's enough of that. That's terrible. That's so awful.
You have my ear, citizen. Kvatch was rebuilt from ruins once before, and she'll do it again. You have my thanks.
You saved my life. You brought me back from hell. I won't forget it.
I mean, I don't... Yeah, I mean, I guess I helped, but honestly, dude, you were like 50 yards away from the portal with no enemies in between. I think you probably would have managed. Give yourself some credit.
Take care.
Okay, what do we got going on here? Find the air. That's done. Now we gotta take it back to Joffrey. Down.
Well met.
You and your boyfriend gonna be okay?
You too.
Here's where I felled an Imperial Legion soldier. I mean, you can't take it with you. Just saying. I'm gonna be very over encumbered here, yep. Pretty good. Very heavy. But pretty good. I don't need the helmet right now. We'll take that off, but you know. Still over encumbered. By how much? Oh my god, by a shit ton. Wow, dude, this Legion Curious is... Yeah, that thing is really heavy. I mean, that thing's badass. Matt, don't get me wrong. Love that. But 35 pounds. We're gonna go ahead and toss that out. I guess we'll probably toss the Legion. Not. Or I'll wear the Legion boots and toss the iron boots since the iron boots aren't in good shape. I am gonna keep the helmet though. But maybe yeah. Because this with the wolf on it is really neat. I really like it. This town is decimated. Crazy. Martin, come on, buddy.
Go ahead, please. You too.
The only thing I can ask anybody about is Martin. I already got Martin. He's already with me. Now that I've seen Martin's fighting prowess, I wouldn't mind having him in my party. How you doing? You alright, boss?
Unless you need something, let's continue on to Weynon Priory.
Oh, I could have told him to wait in the... Okay.
To Weynon Priory, then.
I could have told him to wait in the chapel. Probably should have done that. Oh, well. Alright. Weynon Priory, here we come. How far we got? 2,000 steps. Hope you're ready, boss. We got a long way to go. I can fast travel there. Oh, that's lovely. I'm not going to do too much fast traveling, but I don't really care to travel 2,000 steps. What's going on here?
Help! You must help! They're killing everyone at Weynon Priory.
Okay, hold on a second. Like, what do you mean they?
I don't know. I think they're right behind me. Prior Mabarel is dead.
Who is attacking?
I was in the sheepfold when they attacked. I heard the prior talking to someone. Looked around the corner to see who it was. They looked like travelers, ordinary. Suddenly, weapons appeared in their hands, and they cut the prior down before he could move. They saw me watching, and I ran.
Okay. Do you know where Joffrey is? Is he safe?
I don't know. In the chapel, praying, I think. You must help us.
Chapel praying.
Such violence!
Who are they?
Mythic Dawn. You assholes again. Prior Mabrel, no! Give me thine gold ring. Shit.
I think we should find your friend Joffrey at once.
I think so too. Follow me.
I'm
man.
with you.
Probably in here, right? Honestly, dude, we should probably have a little sleep. Get a little rest before we talk to Joffrey. I think we cleared out the murderers. In fact, why don't we read a little bedtime story? Let's read a little Frontier, Conquest, and Accommodation. Social History of Cyrodiil. University of Gwilym Press, 38344. Historians often portray the human settlement of Tamriel as a straightforward process of military expansion of the Nords of Skyrim. In fact, human settlers occupied nearly every corner of Tamriel before Skyrim was even founded. These so-called Nedic peoples include the Proto-Cyrodiilians, the ancestors of the Bretons, the Aboriginals of Hammerfell, and perhaps a now vanished human population of Morrowind. Strictly speaking, the Nords are simply another of the Nedic peoples, the only one that failed to find a method of peaceful accommodation with the elves who already occupied Tamriel. Ysgramor was certainly not the first human settler in Tamriel. In fact, in fleeing civil war in Atmora, as a Song of Return states, Ysgramor was following a long tradition of migration from Atmora. Tamriel had served as a safety valve for Atmora for centuries before Ysgramor's arrival. Malcontents, dissidents, rebels, landless younger sons all made the difficult crossing from Atmora to the new world of Tamriel. New archaeological excavations date the earliest human settlements in Hammerfell, High Rock, and Cyrodiil at ME 800 to 1000 centuries earlier than Ysgramor. even assuming that the 12 Nord kings prior to Harold were actual historical figures. The Nedic peoples were a minority in a land of elves and had no choice but to live peacefully in the Elder race. In High Rock, Hammerfell, Cyrodiil, and possibly Morrowind, they did just that. And Nedic peoples flourished and expanded over the last centuries of the Merithic era. Only in Skyrim did this accommodation break down, an event recorded in the Song of Return. Perhaps being close to reinforcements from Atmora, the Proto-Nords did not feel it necessary to submit to the authority of the Skyrim elves. Indeed, the early Nord chronicles note that under King Harold, the first historical Nord ruler, 1E 113-221, the Atmoran mercenaries returned to their homeland, following the consolidation of Skyrim as a centralized kingdom. Whatever the case, the pattern was set, and Skyrim expansion would proceed militarily, with human settlement following the frontier of conquest. The line between human territory and elven territory was relatively clear. But beyond this zone of conflict, the other Nedic peoples continued to merge with their elven neighbors. When the Nord armies of the First Empire finally entered High Rock and Cyrodiil, they found Bretons and Proto-Cyrodiils already living there among the elves. Indeed, the Nords found it difficult to distinguish between elf and Briton. The two races had already intermingled to such a degree. The arrival of Nord armies upset the balance of power between the Nedic peoples and the elves. Although the Nords' expansion into High Rock and Cyrodiil was relatively brief, less than 2 centuries, the result was decisive. Then on, the power in those regions shifted from elves to the humans. It would be nice if there was like a way to know whether something's... You asleep yet, Martin? No? Alright, let's read the Manual of Arms then. This manual is commissioned by General Warhaft to serve as a guided manual to arms and weapons for all Imperial officers in the field. Obviously, a soldier's weaponry should reflect his skills. Skill with a blade is recommended for daggers, short swords, long swords, and claymores. Skill with blunt weapons is desirable to wield the war axe, mace, battle axe, and warhammer. The uninitiated, axes and hammers may seem to be very different weapons, but the rhythm, drill, and physical strength used by both weapon types are virtually identical. Only those with marksman skills should be outfitted with the bow. Most of these weapons are commonly used in combination with a shield. The claymore, battle axe, and warhammer, however, require both hands to use. These two-handed weapons are best suited to heavily armored knights, berserkers, and those soldiers that hold the flanks of the line. Arms have been made from many materials over the ages, and each material varies in weight, durability, and cost. These materials are here ranked in order of desirability and cost, with cheapest and least desirable listed first. Iron, steel, silver, dwarven, elven, glass, ebony, and finally, Daedric. Some armorers correctly observe that silver weapons are slightly less durable than steel. Nonetheless, its unique ability to affect ghosts, wraiths, and certain types of Daedric creatures is undisputed. Bows can be made with laminated cores of the same materials. This provides a higher tensile strength and therefore greater power on the draw. The materials used in the arrow, particularly the arrowhead, can affect its mass and penetration. Thus, the quality of the bow and the arrow are taken together to determine the weapon's overall armor penetration. Enchanted weapons are mentioned in virtually every fable and song. The magic on such items lies dormant until they strike an opponent. At that moment, the enchantment is activated, causing distress and injury to the target. Enchantments on bows are transferred to the arrow at the moment of release. Should the arrow have an enchantment of its own, however, the missile now carries both enchantments and delivers them to the target. An enchanted weapon has a limited reservoir of magicka. Each blow drains some of its reserves until finally it is drained dry. The enchantment can be recharged by arcane processes involving soul gems. The more powerful the soul on the gem, the more magicka restored to the item. How we doing, Brother Martin? Manual of Spellcraft. The beginning spellcaster. The most powerful mages in Tamriel were once beginners. They all had similar early experiences. Exposure to magic kindled an interest and or unlocked some latent ability, followed by years of hard work. These intrepid souls owned their skills, learned new spells, and vigorously trained their minds and bodies to become the formidable figures they were known as during their later lives. The Mages Guild of Tamriel has long been the first stop on a long road of knowledge and power for many individuals. Providing magical services to the general public, the guild offers wide variety of spells for purchase and is recommended as a first stop for any aspiring spellcaster. Independent dealers may be found though the selection of spells is often not as comprehensive as that of the Mages Guild. Many spells are beyond the capabilities of beginning mages. The ability to render oneself invisible, for example, is an advanced power and is beyond the novice spellcaster. Through practice, a mage may become more skilled in a given school of magic and find himself proficient enough to begin exploring its more powerful aspects. The fledgling mage should not be daunted by his inability to wield certain powers, but should instead use this as a point of focus and a drive for bettering himself. Rather than becoming discouraged, the student should look forward to higher levels of skill, such as the advanced techniques of absorbing spells, summoning lesser and eventually greater Daedra and undead for research purposes only, and protection against specific types of spells, such as fire, frost, and shock spells. Mages wishing to specialize in a particular school of magic are encouraged to learn as many spells as possible within that school and to practice them frequently. All mages, whether specializing or nurturing a general interest, are encouraged to apply for membership within the Mages Guild. Beyond services available to the general public, the accomplished guild member has access to many exclusive services, such as advanced spellcraft and enchanting. These services have been deemed potentially dangerous to the public at large and have been restricted to higher-ranked guild members in good standing by the Council of Mages. Citizens interested in the further use of magic should consult their local mage's archmagister. Alright. So, let's have a little rest. 1 in the morning. Wake up at 7 a.m. Good morning, Martin. Friends, we'll start the day in part 4. I appreciate you taking the time to watch part 3. It's so wonderful to have all of you along for the ride on this. I'm enjoying it immensely, and I'm very excited to see where things go. Do leave a thumbs up, leave a comment, check the links in the description, subscribe to the channel, all that fun stuff. If you financially support the channel in any way, thank you very much for doing that. I'm very grateful for all that you do to support me and spread the word of what I do. It helps immensely. So, y'all are fabulous. If you're binging, I'll see you right here with Brother Martin in the next episode. If you're waiting for the next one to come out, we'll get it out as soon as we can. You're awesome, matter, and I will see you in the next one.